Good morning and welcome back to Allergic to Stupidity. My name is Bev, and this is my YouTube channel where I just get to vent at things that are stupid in this world, but also bring forward some Canadian businesses and that will mail to you, like ship to you, or Canadian products that you might find in your store, or Canadian pride, or stupidity. Pick one. There we go. But Thursday's business, which is about a Canadian business. Saturday, I try to find something happy, and Sunday is political Sundays. So there's three, and I put in an extra ones during the week. This weekend, it's Happy Saturday and Political Sunday together. So, hope your coffee's good. To quote Texas Paul from the Democrat down in Texas, he always adds that he hopes your coffee's better than his. I just hope you're enjoying the day. So, one of the YouTubers that I have mentioned is a gentleman by the name of Todd Maffin. He lives out in British Columbia. He is very tongue-in-cheek. I have shown you clips of his about beavers and Canadians can be petty little fuckers. And it's like, we need to stop. My channel, or my comment was, we need to stop being petty between the provinces and start working together. But a couple months ago, he put out a short or a YouTube about, why don't we just all get together in Nanaimo as a big happy family just to support each other and show our support for Canada. He said, just wear a red lanyard, just a red lanyard to show that you support Canada. What do you think about doing this? And he didn't give a date. He just, whatever. Then his wife got onto it and she said, let's do it. And he went, are you joking? So they decided to do it, and they set it for yesterday. And they started organizing. So, okay, this is where Nanaimo, BC is, and this is how you can get there. And he thought maybe 6 or 7 people. He got the food trucks to come in because, you know, the people in Nanaimo would show up. Ended up getting the municipality involved, the whole 9 yards. Well, it didn't quite go to plan the way he thought it was going to go to plan, but trust me, this is worth every smile on the face of this earth. So here, I'm going to show you what happened. This has actually gone onto CBC and Global TV.
Man cheekily invited Americans to visit the harbor city. He initially wasn't expecting anyone to actually respond to his social media sales pitch. But as Taya Fast reports, today was the day, and a resounding yes.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to beautiful Nanaimo.
They showed up by the hundreds, flooding Vancouver Island this weekend, all because of a TikTok.
It's hard to not be emotional. My heart is full.
Hey, Americans who support Canadians, I have an idea.
Nanaimo resident Todd Maffin posted this video in February, inviting Americans to visit Nanaimo to show their support for Canada.
When I first did that video, I thought 6 people would come and my wife and I would take them out for lunch.
Best neighbors ever.
And not only did 6 people show up, but around 500 answered his invitation, gathering at Maffeo Sutton Park Saturday for a family photo.
These people who came made an actual, real difference in the Mid-Island, in all of Vancouver Island's economy. And not just that, but just the feeling that everyone's getting. It's been overwhelming.
Many making the trip from all across the U.S. just to be a part of this viral moment.
We're from Marysville, Washington.
Bend, Oregon.
North Carolina.
We're from New York.
The event couldn't have come at a better time with trade tensions growing between the U.S. and Canada. Here, it's all about friendship.
We're having a blast, and we feel so welcomed.
Yeah, and safe.
I didn't think there'd be so many people that showed up from all around, but I'm wondering if this exceeded expectations or not. I bet it did, but just goes to show how much we still love our northern neighbors.
The city even gave Maffin a nod for putting Nanaimo on the map and giving local tourism a boost.
Thank you so much for doing this. It's really appreciated and makes Nanaimo as great as it can be. Thank you.
The value of this to Nanaimo is immeasurable.
all of you come up here to Vancouver Island.
One TikTok, hundreds of visitors, and a small reminder that sometimes the best diplomacy starts with a simple invite. TFS Global News.
There you go, guys. That was Todd Maffin. But what it shows, that's what happens when you have multiple tabs going on your computer. So I apologize for that. What it shows is, let's put the politicking aside and we can get along. That the Americans don't hate us as much as we sort of lump dear old Donald Trump and his stupidity in with everybody else. Like I said before, there isn't an American I've met that I didn't like. I just don't like the American attitude. I just don't like the arrogance and we're above everybody else and we're the biggest and best. And Donald Trump is pushing that with the epitome of being the bully, which we've all had that discussion before. So that is your smile for Saturday, which rolls into Political Sunday. Tomorrow's our election. And if you haven't already got out to vote, please get out and vote. If you are a Canadian citizen over the age 18 and are capable of getting out to vote. But something I wanted to chit chat about is it's time, building on Todd's video, that we stop this bickering between conservatives and liberals and NDP and Bloc and just start working together. And I don't know where I saw it, but I think it was some TV channel saying, hope with the next parliament that we can start working across the aisle and get back to everyone working together for the country instead of the conservatives against the liberals. And I'm just saying those two parties because they're the two biggest parties, that it's I'm right and you're wrong, or I'm right and you're wrong, because that's exactly what has happened down south. There was a time where Joe Biden, either Joe Biden or John McCain, bless his soul, that's one American, John McCain, that I admired. Not only respected and treated him the way he should be treated, I admired that man. But John McCain was a Republican, Joe Biden, Democrat, and they would they'd leave the House and at the Congress or the Senate, wherever they were, and they'd go out for coffee and have a chit chat about what would work. Wait a second, if we do this, can you do that? And they worked as a team, Republicans, Democrats together. And yet, a few years ago, probably 20 from the story I read, Democrats are chit-chatting with Republicans. Why? Why not? And so this is what we need, is that our politicians, no matter what color their is, that they're talking together and they're stopping this bickering and fighting. When I was a grade 8 student, our grade 8 field trip was to go to Ottawa, but it was just the grade 8s. We didn't have to take anybody else. And we got to watch the House of Commons. It was intriguing. It was interesting. I thought it was fantastic. Outside, we got to stay in a hotel and we got to be 13 or 14-year-olds. But yes, there was arguing between the two sides. But if you ever watch the House of Commons online now, it is disgusting. Absolutely. I would never take a grade 8 class to see the House of Commons. Even if I lived in Ottawa and could just easily, let's go. No, it's backstabbing. It's disgusting. It's absolutely vile. And my line is, I would not want my children to behave like that. So why are you behaving like that? So we need to get backtracked and get back to being civilized. And yes, there's going to be arguments. But let's, in the House of Commons, all work together as a team for the betterment of the country. Conservatives putting in their opinions about fiscal responsibility and not wasting and things like that. And Liberals and NDP and the Bloc all putting in their concerns. Diefenbaker and Pearson used to get along. They don't love each other by any stretch of anybody's imagination, from what I've read. But they could sit down and have conversations, from what I've read. obviously never saw them because they little lady that time, but they could work together. So this is what we need moving forward. Just like Todd Maffin, guys, let's all come to Nanaimo and have fun and eat Nanaimo bars. To doing it from he said, let's do it in the House of Commons. Let's do it, all of us together. You don't have to like a person, but you can still work with them. With that in mind, if you haven't already voted, please get out and vote. And we'll see you next time. Take care, folks. Have a good day.